Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to this very special thing called the 250 of subscriber. So I finally got 250 people to subscribe to my channel and all that. So I'm celebrating with a special 250 of thing. You know what I mean, right? Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. I had to hustle. So anyway, so thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. I actually was at like 60 or 70 few subscribers by early 2021, and then all of a sudden I found an audience that liked my ASG golf, out of the park baseball, my PC gaming stuff. And I found a cult following in a sense, and then it got up to 200, and now it's 250. It's just been fantastic and all that. So anyway, so to celebrate my 250 of subscribers, I'm throwing the Leaf sweater on. Not an official sweater, but it is what it is. It's cute. And doing this. Ta-da! The Toronto Maple Leafs quiz book. Now, for context, I looked at it, and there are 16 quizzes. Some quizzes have 10 questions, and basically they all have 10, except for quiz 16, which has 4. So I have 164 questions about Leafs in here. So I'm going to go through the book, show you guys like the quizzes and all that. So this is an example. Show you like quiz 1 and basically what's on there. I, of course, will be writing down the answers and, checking my answers and then just seeing which ones I got right and which ones I got wrong. So anyway, here we go. All right, so question 1. Which Leafs goalie was named the China Wall? Well, that was Johnny Bower. Question 2. Which San Jose player did Toronto acquire for their 2003 postseason run in exchange for Brad Boyes, Alan McCauley, and a first-round choice? I think it was Owen Nolan, if memory serves me right. Yeah, Brad Boyes would find fame not with San Jose, but with St. Louis. Alan McCauley was okay, but the Leafs wasted too much talent on him. Okay, it says, nowhere is more closely associated with Leafs failure than Harold Ballard, the team's majority owner from 1972 to 1990. Which of the following describes Ballard? Well, they don't give multiple choice, so I don't know. Okay, Matt Sundin played with the Leafs from 94 to 2008, scoring 420 regular season goals. Whose Maple Leaf team record of 389 goals did he eclipse? Darryl Sittler. The Leafs defeated the Red Wings 4-3 in Game 7 of the first round in 1993. Famous game that... So, name the 4 Leaf goal scorers. Well, I know Borshevsky, Clark, Gilmore. I think it was Cecil. I don't know. I just don't. 95. Who did the Leafs take with the first pick in 95? I think it was Jeff Ware because he was a bust. What was Jack Adams' nickname? Jolly Jack. Because Jack Adams actually legend with the Detroit organization, but he was a player for the Leafs organization in 1918 when they first won the Stanley Cup. Who was Ed Belfour's first NHL team? Chicago, when he won the Calder for Rookie of the Year and the Vezina. The first Toronto NHL team to win Stanley Cup had which nickname? The Arenas. And who was suspended for 8 games for elbowing Scott Niedermayer? Ty Domi in the 2001 playoffs. Okay, so show you what I wrote down, and now let's see the answers. Okay, so Johnny Bower. Okay, so here are the answers. The answer's key. So the answer's key here. So that means Bower, Nolan, convicted felon. Well, they didn't give me anything. Sittler, I got the question wrong. Question 5, I got wrong. The 4 goal scorers were Anderson, Rouse, Gilmore, and Borshevsky. I thought Wendell Clark scored in that game. I had a feeling about Bob Rouse should have said it, but no, I only got one of the 4, so that's... No, I said Gilmore too. Borshevsky, but I got the other 2 wrong. Who did the Leafs take in their first pick? Jeff Ware, massive bust. Jolly Jack, yep. Chicago was Ed Belfour's first team, the Arenas, and Ty Domi. So that means I got 1, 2, 3, 7, right? No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I got 8 out of 10. So I did miss the Ballard question because they didn't give it to me, and I missed the 2 goal scorers from that. So I got 8 out of 10. Okay. So here's quiz number 2 for you guys. All right. So quiz 2 starts off with, what is the name of Bill Baruchel, who played 5 seasons for the Leafs? Bashing Bill Baruchel? I think. I don't know what else to name him. Doug Gilmour wore number 93 for the Leafs. Which of the following Leafs also wore that number? Well, I know Godunyak wore that number. I have his card with the Leafs in 91 when he wore number 93, Godunyak. And ironically enough, Godunyak was traded to Calgary in the Doug Gilmour trade. Okay, so which of these years was the last time the Leafs brought home the cup during the 20th century? 1967. Everyone knows that. Which Leafs player was MVP in 1955? Well, that was Teeter Kennedy. In 2010, Jason Blake and Fesa Toskala were traded to Anaheim for this goalie. Who was he? J.S. Jaguar, who was awarded the 2003 Conn Smythe Trophy despite playing for the losing Ducks. Okay, in 1973, the Leafs acquired Doug Favell, goalie, and a first-round pick in the trade with the Flyers. Who did the Leafs give up? Bernie Parent, who did not want to come back to Toronto after the WHA. Kind of stupid. I mean, Bernie Parent, even if he sucked, the Leafs would have traded him probably, but still. Anyway, Johnny Bower was a member of the Leafs from 58 to 70. What position did he play? Goaltender. Which Leafs scored his first NHL goal in his first NHL game during the 2002-2003 season? Greg Adams. No, Greg Adams. I don't know. Some guy, Kevin Adams. Yeah, Kevin Adams. Who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 1996? Ah, frig. 96. I'm going to just put an X. I don't know. What was Claire Alexander's name? Milkman. I don't know how I remember Claire Alexander's nickname, but anyway, so put that. Okay, so let's look at the answer key. Okay, I'll show you the answer key. So the answer key is here. So, all right, so let's see. Fashion Bill, yep. Godunyak, yep. 67, Teeter Kennedy, J.S. Jaguar, Brady Parent, goalie. The player was Matt Stajan. So Stajan, and Milkman was right. Then the guy was Marek Kosmik. Well, another 8. Not bad. Okay, so quiz number 3. Show you quiz 3 and my answers that have not been touched. All right, quiz 3. What year did Mats Sundin become captain of the Leafs? 1997. Which one of the following Leafs was the last league in scoring? I think it was Teeter. Wasn't he the last Leaf to lead in scoring? Thank you, Liz. Which former Leafs player was referred to in the Mike Myers movie Austin Powers? What former Leafs player? Gilmore? I don't know. I can't remember. What nickname was Andy Bathgate? Yuki? Because he was Ukrainian. I don't know. How many Leafs players are in the Hockey Hall of Fame ending with the 2001 season? 40? I don't know. How many jerseys did the Leafs retire in the 20th century? 2. The Leafs actually honored some numbers like 93, 27, and 17 without retiring them. But when the Leafs were headed for their 100th season of existence, Brandon Shanahan, president of hockey operations, said, screw it, we're going to honor these numbers and we're going to retire the numbers. So that's what they did. Who was the first player from Europe to join the Leafs? Inge Hammerstrom, before Salmon came in. In 2008, which Leaf fan favorite was traded to Florida for a 5th-round pick? I think it was Wade Belak. In the middle of the 1980 season, Lenny McDonald was traded from the Leafs to the Rockies. What was the fallout from the trade? Sittler gave up the C. So, well, it's complicated because Pudge Imlach was brought back by Harold Ballard to be the coach and GM of the Leafs because after they fired Roger Nielsen and Jim Gregory, the coach and their GM, they were trying to get Don Cherry and Scotty Bowman to come to the Leafs. Don Cherry almost did, but he had a contract, an oral contract with the Colorado Rockies, who soon became the New Jersey Devils, and Cherry coached 1 year in Colorado. Okay. And the fact of the matter was that as Imlach was brought back from the Buffalo organization after they fired him after one too many screw-ups, and Imlach decided to go with 1960s culture in the 1979 season, basically putting a short leash on players. He did not like players fighting back against the system and all that. And he hated Sittler because Sittler would fight back. And Sittler had Alan Eagleson as an agent who really was on Punch and Luck's backside. So they traded Landon McDonald to get at Sittler. Anyway, so Dave Keon was the center for the Leafs. What number did he wear? 14. Okay, show you my answers. Okay, and then the answer key, which not looking at. So the answer key. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so the answer key. Oh, okay, so let's see. 1997. Gordy Drillin was the last Leaf. I thought it was Teeter. Doug Gilmour, yep, was referred to. Wow, I was actually right. Handy Andy was the nickname. The amount of players was 34. 34, really? They had retired 2 numbers. Yep, Barilko and Bailey. Inky Hammerstrom. Wade Belak. Sittler tore the C off his sweater, and number 14 was there. So that makes 7. Not half bad. So I got 7 out of 10. Okay, so here's quiz number 4. I still intend to keep going, no matter what, how many people are watching live. So that's quiz number 4, and here we go. You were in Maple Leaf Gardens in 1998, and your seats were behind the boards. What color were your seats? Gray? I wouldn't say gold, because gold was up high. I say gray. Who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 1997? Brad Boys, I think it was. What was Mike Allison's nickname? Pass. What year was it when Sundin got traded to the Leafs? 94. It was the 94 draft when the Leafs and Nordiques made that trade. Quebec sending Matt Sundin to Toronto for Wendell Clark. It was kind of a dumb move seen by Leaf fans at first, but remember, things change. Anyway, who was the first Leaf to win the Conn Smythe Trophy? The first and only one, Dave Keon, because the trophy was only handed out in 1965. So Keon. Who wore 39ers jersey in 2002? Travis Green. George Armstrong played his entire career 21 seasons with the Leafs. What was his nickname? The Chief, because he was a First Nations person. How many team names has the franchise had in the 20th century? 3. Arenas, St. Pat's, and, of course, the Leafies. 1 round pick was Cujo. I think 3rd round pick by St. Louis. Can't remember. Okay, and this Calder-winning goalie was acquired from Boston for a prospect named Tuukka Rask. One of the worst trades ever, Ray Croft. Andrew Raycroft. Okay, so, I love your, maybe there'll be more. Oh, Kaiwan Calendar says, how you doing? I love your Degrassi reviews. Maybe there'll be more. I'm just going to take a pause and say, hi, Kaiwan. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Reviews on Degrassi. But Monday, I will do live Degrassi stream, setting up 2 episodes of Degrassi videos to be released October 12th. All right, so how you doing? Well, I forgot about this person. I guess he subscribes to my Degrassi shit, which is nice. And I said, so yep, so you'll see on the live replay that, yeah. So Monday night, I am doing a live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and I will be doing just 2 episodes of Degrassi stuff. I will be talking about the top 10 Degrassi villains in the Rick Murray storyline based on my opinions, and Degrassi Reddit has no say on it. And also, I will be setting up my 10th and final Cutter Degrassi opinion I will not back down from. And it'll be basically based on time standstill. And why waste so much time with these videos? Well, anyway, let's go back to Leafs. Okay, so, all right, so I'll show you the answer key. All right, so that's the answer key. Did I show you my answers? Ugh, I got distracted, sorry. So those are my answers. Okay, so what does the answer key say? It was gold. Oh, it was gold. I thought gold was higher up. Fuck. 97, it was Jeff Farkas. Farkas. Mike Allison's nickname was Red Dog. 94 was when he was traded. Dave Keon was the Conn Smythe winner. Travis Green, yep. The Chief, three names. Cujo was drafted in the first round. And Ray Croft, of course. It seemed good. Ray Croft had the wins, but unfortunately for me and Leaf fans everywhere, he just didn't produce. So I got 6 out of 10. Shoot. All right, so let's go to quiz 5, show you all that before I get to it. All right, quiz 5 says, which of the following accurates the Leafs of the 1980s? They were shit. I'm going to answer the question. Yeah, it was probably from another Leafs quiz book, but still. This Swedish-born defenseman played for the Leafs from 73 to 89, scoring 100 goals. Börje Salming, who sadly passed away on U.S. Thanksgiving last year. All right, so who scored the winning goal in overtime in Game 3 of the 2001 playoff series against Ottawa? Corey Cross. I know you would be seeing Steve Thomas. And yes, Steve Thomas did score a critical overtime goal against Ottawa in the playoffs, but that was in 2000. Corey Cross was the guy in Game 3. And Toronto swept Ottawa, even though Ottawa was the 2 seed. Who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 1998? Man, I don't know. I'm going to say Brad Boyes again. What was Glenn Anderson's nickname? Dutchie? I don't know. What number was Tom Fitzgerald in 2002? I think it was 21. It wasn't 12. I think someone was number 12, but I think he's 21, Fitzgerald. Which of the following players was never captain of the Leafs? Well, obviously I have to give myself an X because there's multiple choice and they don't do multiple choice. Of these Leafs players, who plays both defense and offense? Fuck. Okay, Ellen Bester. What was his nickname? Big Boy? I don't know. Fuck, I hate these questions. Who was the head coach of the St. John's Maple Leafs in 1999? Bob Crawford. I'm going to say Bob Crawford. Because I know his name was Patrick from St. Louis. I don't think it was Dallas Eakins. Okay, so anyway, here are the players. Here's the thing. All right, and now the answers to quiz 5. So this is the answer key. All right, so now let me check. All right, so they did not have a single winning season. True. Börje Salming was that guy. Corey Cross was the overtime hero. Fourth was Antropov in 98. Okay. Andy was the nickname. Lazy nickname. 21. Fitzgerald was number 12. Fuck. I knew it was number 12, but I thought it was a trick question. Fuck. Tim Horton, Wade Bula, the Beast. And number 10 was Al McAdam. So I only got 3 right. I got the last 7 wrong. Fuck. All right, so quiz 6 is this. All right, so that's quiz 6. Here we go. Who scored the last goal at Maple Leaf Gardens? Well, it wasn't a Leaf. It was Bob Probert of the Blackhawks. I was drafted from the Flyers in 2007. I played for 6 years until I was traded to the Leafs. Who am I? JVR. James Van Riemsdyk. Expressing his feelings of being uncomfortable with the Leafs, Versteeg requested a trade and was sent to Philly in 2011 for a first and third round draft pick in 2011. What prospects did they become? Shit. I have no clue. I really don't. Okay, in 1988, the Leafs hired Gord Stellick as GM. What distinguished him? He was on the radio. He was actually working on the radio for the Leafs. He was a radio guy, I think. Okay, in 1968, the Leafs traded Frank Mahovlich to Detroit for which star center? I think it was Paul Henderson. Something like that. Yeah, Mahovlich had some nerves and was traded to Detroit. I would say Red Kelly, but Red Kelly won cups with the Leafs in the 60s. Mike Gardner was traded from New York to Toronto. Who went to New York in that deal? Who went to New York? Who went to New York? Glenn Anderson. It actually worked out for the best. I guess. Anyway, who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 1999? I think it was Aki Burke. Or was it Brooke? I'm going to say Brad Boyce. Has to be Brad Boyce sometime. What was Lloyd Andrews' nickname? Who the fuck is he? Where was Aki Burke born? Finland. And only once in their history did the Leafs have the number one pick at the time. Well, I guess these quiz books came in like way before Austin Matthews was drafted first overall. So, yeah, so these are okay. So these are my answers. Turn the page. Give you the answer key. All right, so let me check the answer key here. Probert was the guy. JVR was the flyer prospect. Number 3, Stuart Percy and Josh Leivo. No wonder. They were pissy. Number 4, radio guy. He was the youngest GM in the history. Oh, yeah, he was like 29 when he was the GM. Number 5 was Norm Allman. Anderson was in the trade, but I guess he wasn't a center. It was Normie Allman. Okay. Garner for Glenn Anderson. Number 7 was Luca Serrara. Lloyd Andrews, we don't care. Aki Burke was from Finland. And Wendell Clark was the number 1 draft pick. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. So 5 out of 10. All right, quiz 7. Here we go. See the questions. All right, so quiz 7. What player was the Leafs' first round pick in 2000? I'm going to say Brad Boyce until it hurts. Nikolai Borshevsky was one of the grinders on the Leafs. What was his nickname? Rory? Something like that. Okay, when was the last time in the 20th century that the Leafs failed at the last hurdle to go to the Stanley Cup Finals to face the Habs? Well, it would be 93. But technically, that's a wrong question because they failed in 94 because they were in the conference finals in 94. And also in 99, they also went to the conference finals but lost. Okay, so how many teams has Wendell Clark played for? Let's see. Toronto, Quebec, Detroit, Cupcakes, Tampa, and Detroit. 6. I wrote 6. It was Chicago. Was the extra one? Was 7. Okay, so who was replaced by Turk Broda in 1936? Who replaced? Hainsworth, I think. Yeah, the Leafs had George Hainsworth for a while. So he was there. In 2002, this defenseman was traded to Florida for Robert Schwela. Who was this defenseman? Wait. Wasn't McCabe? I think it was Brian McCabe. I think that the Leafs would be stupid to trade him for Schmela. All right, so in February 13th, 1999, the Leafs played the last game in Maple Leaf Gardens. Who was absent from the ceremony? Dave Keon. Because Dave Keon did not want to work with the Leafs organization after Harold Ballard fucked up everything. Okay, Tim Horner was the star player for the Leafs. Which one of these statements was true? Well, obviously, because it's multiple choice, I have to give myself an X. Who scored late in Game 6 of the Leafs' first-round series against Philly to give the Leafs a 1-0 win and series victory 4-2? I don't remember. I think it was Jonas Höglund. I don't know. And who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 2000? Oh, I don't know. Jansen. I don't know. I'm just trying a random name. So that's what you got. Okay, answer key is this. Okay, so answers. All right, so answer key. Brad Boyce. Yeah, see, Brad Boyce. Well, Brad Boyce was done twice, so I'm going to say Brad. So, yeah, Brad Boyce was done twice. All right, I'll take that. There we go. I knew Brad Boyce was a first-round pick. Nick the Stick. Weird. What's 92, 93? Yep, I got that one right, even though the question was wrong. How many NHL teams? 6. Oh, it was 6. I thought it was more. Like Toronto, Islanders, Quebec, Chicago, Detroit, Tampa. So I was right. It was 6. Who was replaced? George Hainsworth replaced it. 2002 was Yuskevich traded to Florida for Schmela. Yuskevich. 7. Dave Keon was the guy. 9 was Sergei Barrison. That's right. Sergei Barrison. And that makes 4 mistakes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So another 6. Okay, quiz 8. Okay. Kind of halfway through. There we go. All right, so what was Dave Vanderchuck's nickname? Superstar. Nicknames always get to me. Who were the 2 assistant coaches for the Leafs in 2002? I have no clue. What team traded Paul Henderson to Toronto? Detroit. Pat Boutet was one of Toronto's most dedicated members. What was his name? Beautiful? I don't know. When was the last game at Maple Leaf Gardens played? February 13th, 1999. How many Stanley Cups did the Leafs win during the 20th century? 13. I wonder if the question counts the 2 that Toronto won without being named the Leafs. Who had the nickname Chief? George Armstrong. Acquired alongside Dan Phaneuf and Freddie Strelstrom in 2010 for Jamal Myers, Ian White, Nicholas Hagman, and Matt Stajan, which defenseman prospect played some good minutes in Toronto but was traded to Tampa in a future trade? Prospect taken to Tampa. Kubina? I don't know. In the 2005 offseason, the Leafs signed a high-profile free agent to a 1-year deal. Who was he? Lindros. Had to be Lindros. The Leafs wanted Lindros so badly. Walter Broda was Turk Broda. So I guess I kind of answered my own question. So that's what I got. And now the answer key. There's your answer key. Okay, so let's see what the answer key does. Superstar Chucky, Rick Lee, and Keith Acton were the assistant coaches. Detroit traded them away. Boutet was named Flash Boutet, February 13, 1999. Yep. How many Stanley Cups? 13. Good. They counted that. George Armstrong was the chief. Kubina, Keith Ollie. Lindros, yep. And Turk. So I got 2 wrong, right? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So another 6. Pathetic, hey? But I'm still keep going. All right, quiz 9. This is quiz 9. Here we go. Who was the principal Leaf going to Buffalo in exchange for Dave Vanderchuck in a 1993 trade? Grant Fuhr. The Leafs decided that Fuhr and Potan couldn't beat the goalies and traded Fuhr away to Buffalo and rode Felix DeCat. Who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 2001? Brother. Alan McCauley? I don't know. What was Syl Apps's nickname? Hammer. I don't remember. When was the last time the Leafs won the Cup in the 20th century? 67. What Toronto goalie was forced to leave a 1972 playoff game when Ranger tough guy Vic Hadfield threw his mask in the stands? That was 71. And it was Bertie Perrant's mask who was thrown into the stands and never retrieved. So, yeah, it was 71. And Vic Hadfield wasn't a tough guy. Anyway, Johnny Bower was given what nickname? The China Wall. What team was the second last to play at Maple Leaf Gardens and second to play at Air Canada Centre? The second last. And the second to play. Detroit, maybe? And what year were the Maple Leafs born? 1927. And which Leafs goalie surpassed Terry Sachak in wins? Balfour, I think. I don't think it was Cujo. And as a symbol of loyalty, what declining All-Star was traded to Toronto in 2004 for last fourth-round pick? Because Toronto offered a much bigger opportunity for him to go after the Stanley Cup. Brian Leetch. How'd you, Brian Leetch? All right, so those are my answers. Okay, you see them, and now next one. Answers quiz number 9. This is number 9. Okay, so what does the answer key say? 9 is Grant Fuhr, yep. Number 2 was Carlo Koliakovo. Damn. Silaps's nickname was Slippery Sill. 4, 67. 5 is Bertie Perrant. Yep, Chuck Pont retired him. China Wall. The second last to play at Maple Leaf Gardens and the second to play at Air Canada Center, Carolina. What is it, Boston? What year were they born? 1927, because the nickname Belfour was the guy who beat Sutchuk and wins, and Ron Francis was the guy in the fourth-round pick. Wow, Ron Francis, eh? And I got 6, right? Another 6. Boy, I keep getting 6s. Okay, quiz 10. You see on the right. All right, here we go. 30 minutes. So I guess I will beat the 1 hour time limit. Very good, though. Okay, so quiz 10. After a 7-year absence, the Leafs qualified for the playoffs in 2013 and were eliminated in the first round by the Bruins. What happened? They lost a 4-1 lead in the third period, no less. It would have been huge. The Leafs would have faced the Rangers. Anyway, this center played his entire career with the Leafs, scoring 296 goals. He was known as the Chief, George Armstrong. Where did Darcy Tucker play his junior hockey? Well, on one of the most notorious teams in the 90s, the Kamloops Blazers. Who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 2002? Macaulay. I'm going to just say Macaulay. What was Al Arbour's nickname? Radar, because of his glasses. Who was the captain of the Leafs in 1945? No. Silaps? What switch winger joined the Leafs in 1973 alongside Boris Salming, paving the way for a flight of Europeans into the NHL? Hammerstrom. Walter Brodra have one nickname? Turk? Who was the new greeter Air Canada Center for the Leafs in 1990? Who fucking cares? And which president of the Leafs is well known for the word named after him? Conn Smythe. Conn Smythe. See the answer key? There you go. Well, the answers I have and the answer key. New greeter. See right here. All right, so the answer is quiz. The Leafs blew a 3-goal lead in the third period. Yep. George Armstrong. Kamloops was the team. Alex D was the 2002 first-round pick. Radar was that nickname. Still Apps was the captain. Hammerstrom was the Swede. Dirk Broda. Andy Frost was the greeter. Okay. And Conn Smythe won that thing. The good news is I got 8 out of 10. The bad news is I feel bad for Andy Frost fans. All right, so I got 8. Quiz 11. You see right here? All right, so here's quiz 11. Who was in goal when the Leafs captured the Stanley Cup? Who was in goal? Well, you would think Bauer, but no, it was Terry Sawchuk who was in net. It was Bauer and Sawchuk. Anyway, on February 9th, 2000, in the first trade of the century, the Leafs sent Mike Johnson, Marek Polsmek, and a few draft picks to Tampa for which popular player? I think it was Darcy Tucker. It had to be Darcy Tucker. People just come and go with as much as they please. Although the Leafs have not excelled at the draft over the years, they've selected a handful of players who would go on to win Stanley Cup for the teams. Which of the following Stanley Cup champions was not drafted by the Leafs? Obviously, that's an X because it's a multiple choice question and I didn't get it multiple choice. Which Leafs forward scored the Summit Series winning goal? Paul Henderson. And he's still not on the Hockey Hall of Fame. I don't know why. Not even as an international pick. What NHL goalie was drafted in 97 with the draft pick that once belonged to the Leafs? Roberto Luongo. For the one of one, Wendell Clark. The Leafs sent their first round pick to the Islanders, which ended up being Luongo. The Leafs sucked that year. Who did the Leafs take with their first pick in 2003? It was that famous pick team in 2003. Oh my God. Can't say Alex Steen. Who did the Leafs take? I have no clue. What is Matt Sundin's nickname? Steak? In 1951, who scored against the winning goal against the Montreal Canadiens? Bill Baruchel. He wasn't supposed to be on the rush, but they forgave him for it. Who was the first European-born Leafs captain? Sundin. It could have been Stallman, but no, it wasn't. And Garth Butcher was given a what nickname? The Butcher. I guess maybe they weren't so popular in this nickname. So this is what I wrote down. And this is the answer key. All right, so what does this say? Sawchuk was in net. Darcy Tucker was that Tampa guy. Tyler Seguin, Paul Henderson. Roberto Luongo was the goalie. 6 was John Doherty. No wonder I didn't know him. Matt Sundin is Weed. Weed? Really? Burleko scored that goal. Sundin was the captain, and Butcher was known as Butch. Butcher? No, I guess not. So I got 6 out of 10 again. Shows how much I know. But it seems like one question per 10 is a multiple choice question I can't answer because they don't give me the multiple choice. All right, so quiz 12 coming up. All right, so when Toronto beat Montreal to win the Stanley Cup 67, it was the blank time the franchise won the Cup. 13. Who beat out the Leafs in 2000 to start their run for the Cup? Well, the same team that beat them in 2001, the Devils. Where are the Devils? Where was Terry Sawchuk traded? I don't think he was traded. Where was he traded? Los Angeles. I think he was traded to the Kings. And what was a depth move to help their AHL affiliate? Which player was traded to Toronto in January 2011? Jonathan Bernier? Can't remember. Okay, which of these coaches holds the distinction of coaching the Leafs for over 300 regular season games without once leading to the playoffs? 300 games. I don't know. I would say Brophy, but I'm wrong. I don't know. Which one of the star forwards played his entire Leafs career from 63 to 81, scoring 332 goals? Forward for the Leafs in the 70s. Wasn't Keon, because I know he played with the Whalers. But I'll have to say Dave Keon. I have no clue. Who did the Leafs defeat in their first game at the ACC in 1999? Montreal. In a game that CBC televised, but the CBC had some kind of strike, so they couldn't afford to send the commentary team of Bob Cole and Harry Neal to the ACC, so they had to do it from a studio. Who did the Leafs take with the first pick in 2004? Oh, it was, which one was it? I think it was Pokey. Yeah, it was Justin Pokey in 2004. What was Amos Arbor's nickname? You mean Owl? Amos Arbor. Oh, it's a different name. I don't know who he is. Which of the following years did the Leafs win 3 consecutive cups? Well, I know they won from 47 to 49 and also 62 to 64. I know that. All right, so give you the 411 right here. Okay, so, and the answer key. So obviously I have not seen the answer key. All right, here we go. It was the 13th time. The Devils was the team that beat them in 2000. Sawchuk was traded to the Red Wings. That's kind of a stupid question because he was never traded to the Red Wings. Yeah, he's traded back to the Red Wings, but the Kings traded him to the Red Wings. The depth move, it was Fabian Brunstrom. Coaches was Ron Wilson. That makes sense. Star forwards was Ron Ellis. Oh, yeah, Ron Ellis. Didn't even realize it. The Habs were the team. 2004 was Justin Pokey because the Leafs got their first round pick on a goalie in 2004. Amos Arbor, I don't know. And then 47, 48, 49. So that's a check mark. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was 5. 10. Okay, so quiz 13. Unlucky 13. See right there. Which of these players was never a Leaf? They don't give me multiple choice, so I have to take an X. Legendary Hall of Fame defenseman Tim Horton was known by what nickname? The Giant? I can't remember his nickname. In the playoffs, who was the highest scoring defenseman for Toronto ending with the 2001 season? McCabe. Against which team did the Leafs see the most injuries in 99-2000? Montreal? I don't know why they gave that question. What was George Armstrong's nickname? For the 4th time. Chief. Okay. Which popular Leaf was traded to the Rockies in 1979 for Pat Hickey, Will Payment, Lanny McDonald? Also in that trade was one Joe Quenneville. Yes, the future head coach. All right. So that's one. How many times did the Leafs lost in the Stanley Cup Finals in the 20th century? How many times did they lost? 8, I think. I think it's 8. Okay, so what was Norman Armstrong's nickname? I don't know. What's up, Cutter? Gold Eagle. Ah. What's up with you? Yeah, doing a stream. Doing a stream. How are you? How are you? How are you? A Gold Eagle is here. I can't remember. Gold Eagle, I think you're a Blue Shirt Underground member, right? I'm sorry that I have the slow mode on sending every minute because I was anticipating like at least 5 or 6 people asking me questions on shit. So my apologies. But yeah, okay, so we got Norman Armstrong's nickname. I don't know who the hell that is, so that's an X. In a unique move, Ace Bailey asked that his number 6 be taken out of retirement for which Leaf? That's Ron Ellis. Yeah, that was a unique move. And then which former Leaf goalie had the most points in a game in the 20th century for a goalie? Oh, which former one? Jeff Reese, because he got 3 assists for Calgary against San Jose in a famous 13-1 shellacking in 1993. All right, so here's the answer key if you want to know the answer key. I don't know, of course. All right, so what does it say? It says Dominic Hasek. Well, whatever. Superman. Superman was Tim Horton? Reals? Anyway, third is Jorge Solving. Oh, like overall. I thought it was for 2001. I would have said Solving. Fuck. Fourth was condoms or Ottawa Senators to you and me. Was George Armstrong's nickname the Chief? Lanny McDonald went to Colorado, of course. How many times did the Leafs lose? 8. Achoo! Yay. Norman Armstrong's nickname was Red. Ron Ellis was that number 6. And Jeff Reese was that goalie with the 3 assists, as I figured. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. Okay, so I got 3 more quizzes, right? 14, 15, 16. Yep. All right, here we go. Quiz number 14. I know this is a very makeshift book and all that shit, but it's a Leaf trivia book. What do you expect? All right, so question number 14. What was Don Ashby's nickname? Smoke? What nickname was nicknamed Shaky? Shaky. Oh my God, Gilmore? Who did the Leafs pick in the first round in the 1986 entry draft? 86. Bob Rouse? I have no clue. What was Bob Bailey's nickname? Ace? Who was the first Leaf to score 100 points in a season? That's a good question. Who was the first Leaf? Wasn't 500 points. I think it was Gilmore in 1993. Gilmore. Okay. What NHL trophy has Maple Leaf Gardens on it? That would be the Conn Smythe. What was Irvine Bailey's nickname? Is Ace. So Bob Bailey is wrong. What team did Tim Horton play his last game against? Which team? Toronto, because he was on the Buffalo Sabres in Toronto, and then he crashed his Impala in St. Catharines. How many years did the Leafs play at Maple Leaf Gardens? 68, from 1931 to 1999. And I remember I got a Leafs trip at a Leafs hat at a Buffalo Wild Wings thing in Oakville because of that. And what was Earl Belfour's nickname? Fuck if I know. So we got this, all of that. And then we go to the answers key. See there? All right. So what does the answer say? Ants Ants. Shaky was Mike Walton. Ants was Ashby. Number 3 was Vincent Damphousse, 86. Oh, I thought it was 87 when Vincent Damphousse was traded by the Leafs. People forget that Vincent Damphousse was a decent player for the Leafs. And then in 91, when the Leafs made that 7-player deal let me see if I remember everyone from 91. Damphousse, Luke Richardson, Peter Ing, and who else went from Toronto to, there had to be someone else. The 1956 Yanks against the 1986 Mets. Okay, so hold on. Yes, I will do that. Yes, I will do that series. I'll make it a historic series. I'll make it a historic series video. I'll make a historic series video about that rivalry after the OTP playoff, Legends playoff, League playoffs. Okay, so he requested that. You know what? Fine. I guess I can take requests. Okay, so I'll write down my answer key. 56 Yankees against the 86 Mets. Now, the problem with OTP is that the rosters are from the start of the season. Oh, okay. I'll tune in for that. Thank you. Yeah, so expect that in November. And then I'll write down Gold Eagle, and I will make sure that Gold Eagle 99 gets that. So expect Gold Eagle in November, that series, and I will make sure I mention you in the comments in that video, okay? I promise. So yeah, so I got other OTP things. Oh, yay, I got some hearts. Lots of hearts. Thank you. Okay, so I feel bad. I have never got a request from somebody to do a specific video, Degrassi or like sports in general. So, yay. It's nice to find someone who finally actually decides, hey, you know what? Let's request something. Sure. As long as it's reasonable, I'll do it. Of course, I have lots of other projects. That's the worst part with me, with so many projects on the move and all that. Because today I have to upload Sports Catastrophe for October 7th, the brand new one. Well, it's a birthday one. I got to upload 2nd and 10, like at least one season. I have to upload OTP Legend League Game of the Day, playoff Game of the Day. I have to upload the Sports Grids. And I think that's it. I might upload some Worms later on too. And I got distracted. Okay, I was talking about the 91 trade for Damphousse. And the 91 trade was Damphousse, Peter Ing, Scott Forden, and Luke Richardson to Edmonton for Glenn Anderson, Grant Fuhr, and one Craig Berube. Oh, no. It was Ken Linseman, wasn't it? Oh, no. Linseman was a free agent pick by the Leafs. The Leafs picked him up waivers. So it was Berube. Yeah, for that 91 trade. Okay, back to hockey. Okay, so Gilmore, was he the first Leaf to do it? Daryl Siller was. Fuck. How did I get the Siller one wrong? One NHL trophy. Conn Smythe, I know that. Irving Bailey was ace. Fashion Bob Bailey. Horton played against the Leafs as a member of the Sabres, 68 years, and Earl Belfour was known as the Spider. I only got 4. Fuck. Okay. I'm almost done. Okay, so quiz 15. This is what quiz 15 looks like in the book. It says, okay, which Leaf had his career abruptly end in 1934 by Eddie Shore? Well, it was 1933. It was Ace Bailey. They made the first ever All-Star game about him in 1934 for funds to help the Bailey family out. The Leafs would take on NHL All-Stars, and it was shocking to see Ace Bailey of the Leafs. He wasn't playing, but he shook Eddie Shore's hand. Who was the only Leaf to win the Selke in the 20th century? Doug Gilmour, 1993. What was Harold Ballard's nickname? Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Okay, what Leaf defenseman incited a near ride in Boston with a thunderous check on Bobby Orr? former Leaf coach Pat Quinn did that. Ironically, I think that was not the same game when Forbes Kennedy went bananas on Boston and shut the linesman. I think it was. Anyway, how many seats are there in the Air Canada Centre? 19,500, I think, something like that. What was Bill Russell's nickname? Passion Bill. Give me that one. What Leafs goalie was named Ulcers? Frank McCool, because he had ulcers playing in net for the Leafs in the 1940s. McCool was actually the rookie goalie in 45 that's how the Leafs helped the Leafs win the Stanley Cup. And they almost blew it. They were up 3-0 to none, and they nearly blew that 45 Stanley Cup final. Kind of like what happened in 42 when the Red Wings blew the 3-0 series lead to the Leafs. The Leafs almost did that. Detroit almost did that to the Leafs. But thankfully, Game 7, Babe Pratt saved the day. Who scored the first goal in Air Canada Centre? I think it was Steve Thomas, wasn't it? What was Aldrich Bastion's nickname? Bass Bastion. What colorful Leaf stood on the bench and conducted chanting fans with its stick during home game in 1974? Colorful Leaf. Tiger? Tiger Williams? Okay, so this is what we got. Answer key. Okay, answer key. All right. So, answer key for number 15. It was Ace Bailey. Doug Gilmour was the Silky. Pal Hal was the nickname for him, for Ballard. Okay. Pat Quinn was that thing, 18,800 in the Air Canada Centre. Far less than I thought. So Pat Quinn was the guy. Passion Bill, Frank McCool. Todd Warner was the first Leaf to score at the Air Canada Centre. Bass Bastion and Eddie Shack in 74. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that's another 6. All right. And the final 4 questions from the list. Okay. Which one of these companies was not sponsored the Leafs in 2002? I don't care. What was Ty Doby's nickname? The Albanian Assassin. So I just got to make sure overall 154 questions. All right. So what Leaf defenseman and right wing won the Calder in 1947? Oh, crap. I don't know. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Yay. Thumbs up. Thank you. My gosh. Defenseman and right wing. Frick. I don't know. Babe Pratt, but I'm probably wrong. And finally, which of the following was a captain of the Leafs in the 20th century? I'll just say Doug Gilmour. Just blindly go with Doug Gilmour. And the answer key says this. Answer key says that. So what was it? Labatt, Albanian Assassin, Howie Meeker. Howie Meeker, right, and still apps. Frig. So 1 out of 4. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, so I will quickly through and show you my marks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Gotta know how to turn pages. Perfect way. 4. I turn pages without looking at it. 5. 6. 7. Yeah, I always turn pages like this. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. And 16. All right, so let's do the count. Let's count. Okay. All right, here we go. 8 plus 8, 16, 23, 29, 32, 38, 44, 50, 56, 64, 70, 75, 80, 84. Oh, yeah. The note I had to make about Gold Eagle. And I don't know if I finished the thought of Gold Eagle, but when I do this series, it's the rosters from the start of the season, because when I did my Legends League in year one with the 2004 Red Sox, Nomar was on the roster, and we know that Garciaparra was not on the postseason roster for the Red Sox. He was in that three-team trade, which saw Los Angeles get Nomar and Orlando Cabrera coming over from Montreal to Boston. So, yeah, so 84. Oh, no, did I? Okay, yeah, 84 plus that one. And 90, 91. 91 out of 154. Okay, so let's see. 91. Yeah, I was 90 out of 150, so I was what was it? 9 out of 15 is what? 3 out of 5, right? 60%. So I'm below 60%. Fuck. Yeah, Nomar got traded in 2004. He was injury prone. Gold Eagle. He was injury prone, and Boston decided to trade him in a 3-team trade with Montreal and Los Angeles. I keep thinking Nomar. There was the Cubs. Damn it. It was the Cubs who got Nomar, not the Dodgers. I know he played for the Dodgers later on, but no. Nomar, there was a 3-team trade between Montreal, the Cubs, and Boston. And Orlando Cabrera was the Expos shortstop in 2004 when they traded him to Boston. But there were rumors Montreal was going to move, but it was not confirmed by the time the trade deadline happened in 2004. Then Montreal went to Washington for 2005. But yeah, it was the Cubs that got Nomar in the 3-team trade. I don't know the other particulars. So 91 out of 154. So that is less than 60%. So you could say, hey, this guy does not know much about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maybe he sucks. But the fact is that almost every quiz had one question that was multiple choice that I can't answer because technically I don't know the responses. So I think I would probably have been like 65%, if anything. You know, not knowing certain draft picks and all that also fucking cost me too. So, like, ugh. Okay, so I've got a few more minutes, and I want to finish this at the 1 hour mark. So we've got 2.5 minutes. So, like I said, I've got a lot of projects on the go. I've got Degrassi stuff to upload today. I've got Out of the Park baseball to upload today. Sports Catastrophe, 2nd and 10 PC football. I've got sports grids to upload. Maybe worms, maybe not, depending on how much stuff I have to upload, like by gig. If it's less than a gig, then I'll do a worms. If not, then I'll leave it for now. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff on the fly too, for stuff and doing this. And you know, I got to prepare myself. Monday night is going to be huge because I got to do the Degrassi thing with the top 10 Degrassi villains on the Rick Murray storyline based on my thoughts. And then, of course, I got the second half of it will be Degrassi opinions about Time Stand Still. So, yeah. And why I bother doing these videos on Time Stand Still and all that, being one of my most primary video things. So that's more for the Degrassi fan base. So, yeah, so I'm going to be happy, I hope. So I'd like to thank Gold Eagle for standing by me for the last 15, 20 minutes of the stream. Kaiwan Calendar also commented, but he left or she left. I don't know what. I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Ha ha ha. Very funny. No, I don't mean Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know much about science. I'm such a sports nerd. It hurts. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll end this stream behind close to the 1 hour mark. I'd like to thank the 250 people that have stuck by me and be subscribers of my stuff. I promise to be okay and all that. And, you know, take good care of yourself, because you know what? You never know what can happen. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu. Yes.